Hello everyone, my name is Rakshita Vishwanath Giri. I am a third year computer science engineering student from Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, roll number 346. Today we are going to study a very important topic from Unit 5 of our computer network syllabus, that is authentication. In any networked system, whether it's banking, a university portal, or a messaging app, authentication is the first step to ensure that only the right person is accessing the system. In this lecture, we will understand what authentication is, why it's needed, and what types and techniques are used, how it works in a different protocols, and what challenges it faces in real world application. So in the first slide, we are going to see the introduction to authentication. Let's begin with the basic definition. Authentication is the process of verifying the identity of a user, device, or a system before granting access to resources or information. It answers the question like who you say or who you are. Think of an ATM. For example, when you insert your card and enter your PIN, the bank system checks if your input is valid. This is authentication. If it matches, you are allowed to proceed. And similarly, computer network use digital methods to verify identity before any data is transferred or actions are permitted. So in next slide, we are going to see why authentication is needed. Means why is this process so important in networking? As it protects sensitive data. Without authentication, anyone could pretend to be someone else and access the sensitive data. So it prevents unauthorized access. It ensures only the right person can view or modify the information, and then maintain trust in communication, as it helps user and server trust each other. Very important in banking, online shopping, and cloud system. Then required for secure internet services, for example emails, banking, etc. As another example, financial and health system, they require the strong authentication. So in next slide, it's just a basic concepts of authentication. Before going further, let's clarify a few basic terms used in this topic. So entity, it is nothing but the user or device to be authenticated. The person or the device that's want access. So verifier, the system that performs authentication, or for example, a login system server, the system that checks the identity. And next one is credentials, information, password, keys, tokens used to prove identity. The proof of identity, digital certificates, for example. Yeah, these are the basic building blocks of any authentication process. So in the next slide, it is all about the types of authentication. These are the three main types of authentication factors, and most systems today use a combination for better security. As first one is something you know, password and PIN. Examples are password pins answer to the security questions. Problem can be guessed, stolen, or cracked. Then something you have, smart card, OTP. It is used for the receiving OTP, mobile phone. Then benefit of it is adds another layer of verification. And something you are, biometric. It is nothing but the fingerprint, face ID, voice recognition. It is very secure but requires special hardware. So when we combine two or more of these, we call it multi-factor authentication, which you see in many modern applications. For example, Google or banking apps. So in next slide, we are going to see the authentication techniques. So let's discuss various techniques used to perform authentication. First one is password-based authentication. It is most common but also the weakest if not used properly. Can be made stronger using hashing and salting. And next one is two-factor authentication, 2FA. Example, you enter a password and then receives an OTP on your phone. Even if one factor is compromised, the attacker cannot log in. Then next one is public key infrastructure, PKI. So it uses a certificate to prove identity. Trusted third party certificate authorities, CA, issues and verify certificates. Then next one, digital signatures, uses asymmetric cryptography, public and private keys, verifies the sender and ensures message integrity. Then last but not the least is biometric authentication, uses unique biological traits. So common in smartphones and access control systems. And in the next slide, we are going to learn about authentication in networking protocols. So authentication is not just about logging into websites, it builds into many communication protocol. Let's look at few examples. HTTP authentication. It is used for accessing web services. Types are basic, digest. It is used in the API. So second one is SSL and TLS. It is used for the secure web browsing. Authenticates the server using digital certificates. Look for the lock icon in the browser. Then optionally authenticates the client too. Then third one is SSH authentication, used for the secure remote login, support password and public key based authentication. Then last but not the least, Wi-Fi authentication. In public Wi-Fi or enterprise networks, identity verification is done using a central authentication server, Radius. Then in the next slide, we are going to see the digital signatures and a certificate. Now let's understand the concept of these in a bit more detail. So digital signature, it created using a private key that verifies a message or a document was sent by a specific sender. And then next one is digital certificate, contains the public key and other identity details issued by the certificate authority, helps verify the identity of a website or service. This is the backbone of a trust in the internet. Without certificates, we wouldn't be able to trust secure websites. So in the next slide, we are going to see challenges in authentication. Even with the strong systems, there are many challenges and threats. First one is phishing attacks, tricking users into giving away passwords on fake websites. Then second one is weak password. Many users use predictable password like 1234, which are easy to guess. So third one is session hijacking, taking over someone's session using a stolen session tokens. Then fourth one, man in the middle, MITM. Attacker intercepts the communication between two parties. That's why we constantly need to update systems and encourage user to follow good security habits. Then at next slide, best practices for secure authentication is to ensure secure authentication. We should follow these. We should use a strong passwords and unique passwords and don't reuse them. Then enable 2FA or MFA wherever possible. we should use encrypted connections, HTTPS and SSH for a secure communication. Then educate users about phishing and other social engineering attacks. Then we should regularly update and patch authentication systems. So in next slide, it is nothing but to summarize the about lectures. Authentication is vital for network security. Then several method exist: password, key, biometrics. Then most balance security, convenience, and performance. As authentication is essential for verifying identity in networks, then it can be done using the password, tokens, or biometrics. Then stronger security is achieved through multi-factor authentication and encryption. Protocols like HTTPS, SSH, and Wi-Fi all use authentication. Challenges like phishing and weak password must be addressed with the best practices. So that's all for today's lecture on authentication. So thank you for watching this video.